Voice of Indonesia from Indonesia to the world. Welcome back to me, I'm Faisal, at the program of Special Interview. I hope that all of you are fine. Today can be much goodness and also can bring you much happiness. Well, Indonesia and Germany have a very strong relations, and even until now, the two countries also have built about better and stronger cooperation until now. So, to know more about the friendship and also cooperation between Indonesia and Germany, here with us at the studio of Voice of Indonesia, there is Ambassador of Germany to Indonesia, Her Excellency Mrs. Ina Lepel. How are you today, Your Excellency?
Fine, thank you. Good morning. I'm very happy to be here and talk to the team in Radio Indonesia.
Nice to see you today, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Okay, well, actually, Your Excellency, before we talk more about the bilateral cooperation between Indonesia and Germany, actually, the two countries have built very strong relations, actually. So, what is, the current bilateral cooperation in this case? How would you assess the friendship between Indonesia and Germany in building and developing their bilateral relations?
Well, our diplomatic relations go back for 72 years already, but of course contacts and cooperation have been going on a lot longer. Nowadays, I am proud to say that our cooperation is very strong. We have good economic cooperation. We are global partners when it comes to protecting the climate and preserving biodiversity. We have a lot of people-to-people exchange, including many thousands of students that get their university degrees from Germany and also increasingly go for work experience or vocational training. And I should also mention cooperation in the field of security. So all, in a world that is becoming more complicated and challenging and tense, it is really good to have this cooperation of two countries that strongly believe in multilateralism and peaceful resolution of problems.
Okay, so just recently Germany celebrated its historic Day of German Unity, and the values embodied by the day have become increasingly relevant amid today's turbulent world. The question is, how can you, I can say, elaborate about the day, in making the relationship between two countries better and better and stronger?
Oh, that's a very good question. The values that represent our national day are quite well presented in our national anthem: unity, justice, and freedom. And on the National Day, we also celebrate the peaceful unification of Germany that had been divided until 1990, and that this unification happened in a very peaceful way is important because that was not easy, that was not a given. And I think striving for peaceful solutions, for inclusive solutions, that is something that both our countries very much stand for, and where we can cooperate in a very meaningful way. And this is really important in a world that is characterized by so much friction, conflict, and by an order that is more and more threatened by some irresponsible actors.
Okay, Your Excellency, let's move to the energy sector. Actually, how would you describe the progress made so far under the Just Energy Transition Partnership between Indonesia and Germany?
I'm very happy with the progress that we have achieved. Germany has dedicated 1.5 billion euro for this project. And out of this, 155 million are grants, which is something the Indonesian side is very much requesting. And that represents more than 50% of the total grants dedicated by the International Partners Group. But I should not maybe talk too much about sums of money, because there are some key elements of this partnership that cannot really be measured well in money. One of them is ambitious targets that have to be there in order to know where to go. and also a regulatory framework that is conducive and incentivizing this transition. And of course, a good and constructive international cooperation to achieve it.
Okay, well, through the context of relations, such economic development in this case, through the Volu Net Sink 2030, and also Sustainable Landscapes Project. Could you explain about this, Your Excellency?
Yes, we are very impressed and applaud Indonesia's ambitious target of achieving Volu Net Sink 2030, and we are supporting it very much. We believe that in order to achieve that target, local communities that live in or around forests have to have a chance to have sustainable livelihoods. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to incentivize sustainable forest use. So a lot of our projects in this field are geared to this, to including the local communities, listening to their needs. And we have discovered, which probably everybody else has discovered as well, that in different parts of the country, there are different needs for those local communities. And it's really important to tailor-make solutions that fit for the specific local communities. That is an important part of that work. And we think that Indonesia is on a very good way, and Indonesia is very conscious of the invaluable contribution its biodiversity, its rainforests, mangroves, and peatlands can make for planetary conservation and climate protection.
Okay, Your Excellency, I'm interested what you mentioned before about such cooperation in building vocational training, right? So actually, is it also related to, I can say, the giving such, contribution of German government in giving such scholarship to Indonesian students?
Oh, absolutely. But I think there are several aspects. For scholarships, that is more in the academic field. If young people want to study in Germany, especially if they already have their bachelor's degree and want to go for higher education, then there is quite a range of scholarship options available. For vocational training, if people want to do this in Germany, they don't really need a scholarship because we have the dual kind of training where people join companies and at the same time do their schooling, but they are already paid by the company. So they don't have to worry about, or not too much, about financing their day-to-day expenses. We are also in active cooperation with Indonesia already for the last 20 years for vocational training, because Indonesia has always been very interested in the German dual system, because this dual system has really helped us create a very innovative set of small and medium enterprises that have been able to conquer the world markets. But it is not so easy to transfer the system one-on-one into a different country like Indonesia. So a tailor-made solution again has to be found. In my opinion, a key issue is to find a way that what the schools teach, the competences, the curricula, are what the companies actually need. So there has to be an interface that brings these two things together. German technical cooperation has supported Indonesian efforts to develop that. And since 2022, there is a national strategy on technical and vocational education and training, also put into a presidential regulation that is now being implemented. So I'm confident that things are on a good way to create a good system where young people can learn the relevant skills that makes them well employable. Currently, our efforts in the vocational field are geared at green jobs, because if we want this green transformation to be successful, of course we need a good workforce with the relevant skill set. So already we have trained 1,300 people on technologies like solar, wind, or hydro, and have qualified more than 50 vocational teachers to actually teach these skills in a very effective way. And I think we are on a good way. This is just the beginning. Hopefully, within this partnership, we will be able to do a lot more.
Okay, well, I believe that this is also as a way for the two governments in order to increase people-to-people contact between Indonesian people and German people.
Absolutely. Getting people to study in Germany or to work in Germany creates basically thousands of German ambassadors who come back to Indonesia and can explain how things in Germany work, how to understand the Germans, because sometimes misunderstandings occur just due to different cultures. I very much hope that it will also work more the other way around, that we will see more young people from Germany coming to Indonesia for studies, for work experience, for intercultural exchange. This is not quite there where I would like to see it personally, but we are trying to enhance that potential as well.
Your Excellency, if I'm not mistaken, I mean the information I have got related to the pledge of 431 million euro Germany for Development Cooperation Indonesia. I mean, actually, what kind of initiative or areas of focus that German people, German government in developing this cooperation for Indonesia?
Yeah, there are three focal areas. The first and most important one is, of course, the energy field with the Just Energy Transition Partnership. We are supporting Indonesia's shift from coal-based power to renewable energy. And the latest commitment this year alone has been a loan of 300 million, a concessional loan, added and plus 18 million for technical cooperation to support this endeavor as well. The second area of cooperation I already mentioned is the whole field of forestry, where we have committed a total of more than 30 million in grants to continue protecting Indonesia's invaluable natural resources and to continue supporting the Follow Net Sink 2030 target. Finally, thirdly, we also focus on sustainable cities. We have committed 12 million euros for projects, for instance, circular economy, waste management in big cities, public transportation in big cities, to make the cities more livable and at the same time more climate friendly. And in addition to that, Germany will support Indonesia's sales system through innovative finance instruments with 75 million euro.
Well, it seems that lots of cooperation that have been done and still until now it's ongoing between Indonesia and the government of Germany. Yourself, actually, how long have you been on duty in Jakarta, especially?
I have been here already for more than 3 years now.
3 years. So I believe that during your duty in Indonesia, you have been already visiting some Indonesian tourism destinations. What are they?
I've been traveling a lot. Luckily, I've been to Yogyakarta, Surabaya in Java, Bali, of course, lots of times during Indonesia's G20 presidency. I enjoy traveling to Sulawesi, where I've visited Makassar, Palu, and Manado. Recently, I've been to Southwest Papua, which was very interesting. And I hope to visit many more places so that not many white spots remain on my personal map of Indonesia.
So what are the Indonesian traditional foods that you really like?
My favorite food is bakso because it's easy and fast and still very, very tasty and refreshing. I also like a good rendang, provided it's not too hot. Or, of course, nasi goreng.
Nasi goreng.
Always goes. Or bami goreng also.
But sometimes they are spicy. You like it also spicy food?
If it's too spicy, I get problems. So that's why I like pasta, because I can choose how spicy I want it.
Well, Yusransi, 2 days ago Indonesia have new president Prabowo Subianto and also Gibran Kabuming as vice president. So regarding with the sustainable cooperation between Indonesia and Germany, maybe you have any hopes or expectation for Indonesian new government regarding to make better and stronger relations between Indonesia and Germany in the future?
Well, from the first vibes I get, I think we will cooperate very well and continue the very fruitful cooperation that we have enjoyed in the past, build on that and make it stronger and stronger.
So we believe that we are also optimistic that the two countries and the government would like to make such a better progress of their development, also increasing or improving bilateral relations in the future.
We are very confident that this will hopefully be the case.
Okay. Thank you, Rosalsi, for your time and attention to join our special interview today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's an honor to be at Voice of Indonesia.
Okay. Well, listener, that was our special interview with Ambassador of Germany to Indonesia, Her Excellency Ina Lepel. I am Ahmad Faisal. Thank you very much and have a nice day.